Welcome back to Nature Knows Best. There are lots of neat creatures underneath the sea, from sharks to jellyfish to manta rays, and crustaceans are some of the coolest. But we're not here to talk about the strength of their exoskeletons or even their powerful claws. Instead, independent inventor Roger Johnson developed his innovations based on the lobster's eyes. Wow, this definitely looks like an inventor's workshop.
Yeah, not very clean, but I guess that's the nature of creation sometimes.
Absolutely. So what do we have here?
We have a radiant heater with a unique feature, which is a focusing device copied from a lobster's eye.
Why did you study crustaceans for a heater?
Well, I didn't think of a heater to start with. I'm just curious about things in nature. Some of us who have fished, for example, you'll see a fish and it's got shiny scales. Or butterfly wings, they're also shiny for a different reason, but they're shiny. And I'm thinking, how does nature grow something shiny? I came across an article that described the fact that lobsters have an entirely different sort of an eye than a fish or you or I do. We use a glass magnifying type lens that bends the light. What a lobster does instead is it uses a set of reflectors. Making reflectors out of thin, lightweight aluminum seemed like a great opportunity for a good product.
Roger's product is called the Hot Zone Radiant Heater, each one fitted with the special Lobster-Eye lens. How exactly does it work? I mean, how did you take the eyes and put them onto a heater?
Okay, well, first I began to understand that in a lobster, deep in the ocean where it's dark, if they want to see a light source that's not very bright necessarily, it has to have this imaging array, in this case of reflectors, that together bring all the light to one spot on its retina so it's bright enough for it to see.
These reflectors are square tubes with right angles, meaning they have shapes not normally found in nature. They magnify the light, allowing the lobster to see in the dark to capture its prey and avoid predators.
If you reverse that, and instead of the light coming in, you start with a bright spot in one location, the lens as a whole will image that to one small spot at the far distance. And that way, if I'm projecting radiant heat to heat you up, I can start with a small spot here and end up with a small spot where you happen to be.
Is this more energy efficient compared to your standard heater?
This is exceptionally more efficient. Not by a little bit, but by a lot. The efficiency of a heater isn't just how much heat it creates that's infrared, it's how much actually reaches you. So imagine this is a radiant heater that is shining at you. This one's 500 watts. It costs about 5 cents an hour to run. But if you put this magnifying Lobster-Eye lens, it increases by, in this case, a factor of 5, the heat that strikes your area, because we don't need it shining everywhere else.
There's definitely a huge difference in that, and you can feel the targeted heat. Like a cone is just
Exactly.
on me. Yeah. For Roger, the challenges came from how to mimic the unique design of the Lobster-Eye.
To do that requires a lot of math. I mean, trig in high school doesn't sound fun, but it's indispensable when you come to this. So I was able to model this on a computer, actually modeled how much heat energy in this case struck and how much was missed so I could fine tune it, and then in the end extract flat patterns of each of these flats, which then get manufactured by just cutting out like on a bandsaw and then hand assembled into the shape. I do wish I could just grow them the way a lobster does, but I can't grow them, so I'm kind of reduced to making them this way.
This type of heater must be everywhere. Where can I find it?
Restaurants and golf driving ranges, because those are outdoors. You can find it in hot yoga. The closest, funnest one would be the Seattle Public Library. It's a nationally acclaimed architectural location. It's real close downtown.
So let's go see it.
Great idea.
There we go, Seattle Public Library. Wow, this library is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
And there are your heaters right there. So tell me, why did the library pick your specific heater to be right here in the front?
When the building was designed, they hadn't anticipated so much traffic through the doors we just came in. And with all that traffic, all the cold air wafts past and up and away. They cared about how it looked, so they had to put heaters at the ceiling and behind people. And our heaters were able to target the heat directly to the customer. And don't have to pay the penalty of heating the whole building up.
Okay, very cool.
It's like a little mini sun shining just at you.